Friends, welcome to another No Laying Up's Wild World of Golf. My name is Dennis Pyhowski. Thrilled to have you. We have a fantastic show today, coming to you live from historic TPC Sawgrass, right here down the street in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. This place has played host to countless memories in professional golf, and we're looking to add to that history today as Neil and Soly, they're going to go take on the famous 17th green. They're going to take on all... Oh. No, that's fine. I didn't know... Yeah, that's fine. I didn't know they had another course. As I was saying, Neil and Soly are thrilled to be taking on the Dyes Valley course today at TPC Sawgrass. And as for their opponents this afternoon, they're going to be two guys that know this place really well, Luke Guthrie and Ben Kohles, a couple touring professionals on the Korn Ferry Tour. Both are multiple-time winners on that tour, two-time winners each. And speaking of the Korn Ferry Tour, with much of their season upended this year due to COVID-19, the tour was able to add two brand new events right here in Jacksonville, Florida, including one right here at the Dyes Valley course. So a big shout out to them for doing so, helping some of these tour pros get some more starts and so some extra needed reps as golf starts to rev back up. As for the format today, we're going to be playing alternate shot. Ben and Luke, our two pros, will be playing true alternate shot, while Soly and Neil will be kind of dunking on the 8-foot hoop a little bit. They'll be playing a modified alt shot, where both will tee off. It'll be similar to what you saw at the Match 2.0. And without further ado, let's send you down to the guy who gets you closer to these pros than anybody. That's Big Randy, who is, of course, ready to introduce you to today's players, while still implementing some important social distancing measures as well. Randy, take it away.
Dennis, thank you. We are on the ground here. Another exciting Wild World of Golf is about to get underway. Before we get to the action, as always, I want to get to know our competitors a little better. First up, from Team NLU is Neil Shuster. Of course, you guys will remember Neil. He put in a captivating performance at Sweetens Cove before a less than memorable performance at the Cradle at Pinehurst. So let me open it up. Neil, how are you today?
Well, Randy, it's good to see you. How's the family?
The family's great, thank you.
That's great. Chuck and Peg, shout out to you guys. I feel good, I feel like I've kind of been reborn a little bit. I've decided not to hide behind the facial hair and the long hair anymore, and just no hat today. We're gonna keep it simple and come out here and put together a nice round of golf. That's the goal.
Of course, your personal aesthetic is most important. If you don't mind, can I ask you about the state of your game? How are you hitting them? I know, are you reunited with your clubs?
I am. I have Keisha's here with me. Got the clubs back from the big city, so no more Kill House rental set. Something to watch because I grew accustomed to those clubs, but I feel like, putting an old pair of shoes back on, so I'm feeling good. Neil's
partner on what I'm calling Team NLU will be Mr. Soly, Chris Solomon. He's no stranger to big events like these. Let's bring him in now. Mr. Solomon, first question, how are you? How's the game?
Randy, I've been getting back in the amateur scene a bit this year. A little heartbroken that qualifying for the U.S. Open was canceled. I haven't had anywhere to take my game, and today hopefully can be that place. I've struggled a little bit in Wild World of Golf when the bright lights are on. It's challenging, as you know, having been there before. But the game is okay, good. We're feeling good coming into today.
You really talked yourself into there at the end. Talk to me about the team dynamics. There's a little bit of friction there from Sweetens Cove between you and Neil. Are you guys going to be able to put that to the side and work together today?
That's you searching for a story. I respect it. I understand the way, that side of the microphone works, but there's no friction. There's none at all. I feel like I've always been against Neil, always going against him in, any kind of videos we do. I don't think we've ever really teamed up for anything, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm not sure if he is, but I am.
Dennis, there you go. I think at least they're saying all the right things. Team NLU seems ready to go. They seem together. We're going to see if their performance can match the talk. Back to you.
Thanks, Randy. And now it's time to meet today's pros. Ben Kohles hails from Dallas, Texas. He's a two-time ACC Player of the Year at the University of Virginia. His partner, Luke Guthrie, meanwhile, hails from Quincy, Illinois. He was a 7-time winner at the University of Illinois, including 2 Big Ten championships. Let's send it down to Randy for a bit more.
Ben, 2 questions for you. How are you, and how would you describe your game for the folks at home?
I'm doing great. Glad to be coming out of this Corona thing and getting some tournaments back under our belt. So excited to get the season started again. But yeah, the game's good. Been playing. Luckily, TPC's been open this whole time, so I've been taking it easy at the beginning, but as we ramp up towards the start of the season, getting back to start next week, I'm feeling good to go.
You and Luke certainly don't want to lose to a couple of schmucks. I understand that you were out here earlier this morning doing a little prep work. Is that right?
Yeah, I did a full 18, practice round this morning. Got in a nice time. I think we teed off at 8:15. So, I was able to scout the course, locate the pins, figure out what me and Luke need to do to, take these guys down.
Joining Ben on the professional squad, a man from the heartland. Some might say from just outside Chicago. Mr. Luke Guthrie. Luke, how are you today? How's the game?
Doing great. The game's been good. It's been a nice little time off here and just been grinding here at TPC. It's the home course here, so feeling a little heat here to protect against Soly and Neil. So we'll see how we respond.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, you've had a little time off from competition, as has, so many people with what's going on. Tell me, are you looking forward to getting the heart rate back up, getting back into the saddle with some competition today?
Definitely. I mean, just this first tee shot, you got some trees on the left, wind off the left. I mean, the heart's racing already. Just ready to pipe that thing, and hopefully nice 5-4 victory or something over Soly and Neil. Just really defend the turf, so it'll be good.
Last question before we get you out of here. What, quick thing, what can you tell us about the Valley course today?
It's awesome shape. It's like Augusta out there. It's pure. It's better than the stadium, honestly, right now. Valley course presents a lot of challenges. It's tight. The rough's growing with the late rain here in the last week or so. Rough's high, you get that flyer lie. Greens are pure, so it's a good test of golf right now.
Oh, Dennis, absolute electric factory right now. Luke's heart's racing. Mine is palpitating out of my chest right now. Let's get to the action. Back to you. Let's head to the first tee.
Thanks, Randy. We're just about ready to get going today. But first, I think there's one more person you wanted to introduce us to down there.
Dennis, I want to introduce our audience to another person who will be vital in the action today. A close personal friend of mine. Rules official. He's up from God knows where. Mr. Hitter Blanco is with us today.
I'm gonna spin the walkie-talkie, figure out the order here. The pros will go first. The class acts.
Hometown team.
Dennis, the pros are going first. Here we go. Mr. Luke, up first.
All right, let's get things going. The first hole at Dyes Valley is a pretty straightforward par 5. For a first tee shot, it does feel a little tight. You've got OB up the right, some overhanging limbs up the left. Let's see how these guys handle it. And it looks like the pros have opted to have Luke tee off on the odd numbered holes, so he'll lead us off.
First drive's away, Dennis. That is down the left side and looks like it could be in a spot of trouble. Dropped straight down out of the trees, though. I think that's playable at least. Dennis, I can report Neil has identified his ball. It's a real effort he's been undertaking recently. It's good to see him following through. He's got driver here. That ball, folks, you know that one. That's headed long and right. Oh, Dennis, I think that one's going to be out of play.
That's my cue. I'm gonna go down and look for that one.
Hitter Blanco is going to go take a closer look at that ball. I think the pressure, though, now is squarely on Mr. Soly to find the fairway. Dennis, Soly has driver here. He told me on the range before we started that he's gone to a little lighter shaft. Something to keep an eye on. Oh boy, that's dead down the middle. Great shot there. Coming up big early. Let's go find him, Dennis. Back to you.
All right, so great start by Soly and an incredibly nervy start for young Neil there, who pipes one out of bounds. You can see Hitter Blanco there has ID'd his ball well out of play. Let's see what Ben Kohles was left with after Luke's opening drive.
Dennis, the professionals have about 290 to the flag. Ben has a 7-iron here. He's obviously playing to a good layup number for his partner. Like a clean lie. That's headed right at that tree ahead of us. I think it got up and over. His partner likes it. I think they're going to like that one, Dennis. Back to you.
All right, over to Neil, who will be playing next. Let's try to listen in on their process a little bit here.
If you like 3-wood, if you can draw the 3-wood around this tree, remember the wind's right here. You can, by all means, go for it. The only thing I'm worried about at all is this tree, but if you feel good, Because the miss is going to be left.
Yes. So I like this.
Come.
Dennis, they're gonna have a go. I can report it's a bit of a fresh wind in and off the left. Neil's miss, of course, is to the right. It's got to be going through his mind here. That's a low stinger. Not gonna hurt him. That'll run up there somewhere close to the green. Dennis, here we go. Wedge in a professional's hand. I can report he's got 119 to the flag. Again, that wind's a little in and off the left. He's got a 50-degree wedge here. Ball's away. He's looking at it. He's giving it a long look. It'll have a putt for birdie. Back to you.
Not Luke's best effort there, but it will be a look for birdie nonetheless for the pros. Over to Soly now.
This is a lob wedge, Dennis. I really like Soly's hands in this situation. Some might say he's got a gifted set of hands. I think he hit the shot he wanted to.
Oh, they went past, huh? Quick greens.
Dennis, that's 5 feet for birdie for the NLU guys. Back to you.
Really nice effort there from Soly. I think he got a bit of a good bounce there with that thing kicking straight forward off the collar. That'll be a great look for birdie for Neil. And that puts a bit more pressure on Ben's birdie putt here at 1. Just a reminder, we are playing match play today, so no worries about medal play.
Ben's got about 25 feet for birdie. This is down green. This is going to be a quick putt. You just saw Chris's pitch shot. This putt's going to want to move from his right to his left. Good speed here, Dennis. That'll be a comfy par for his partner. The pros are in for 5 here at the first. Yeah, pickups? Sure, it's match play. They're hitting cups today, Dennis. I'd love to see that on a personal note. Back to you.
And the flag, of course, being handled by Ben's caddy, JJ there. Just like the actual tournament, he'll be the only one handling any flag sticks today.
Neil here's got about 5.5, 6 feet for birdie. This putt's gonna want to move to his right. It's back up into the green. Putts away. Oh, Dennis, I'm surprised that did not move. Good pace, and that'll be a par for the NLU guys. 2 pars here at the first. Comfy 5s, Dennis. Back to you.
Thanks, Randy. Yeah, so a bit of a bullet dodge there by the pros at the first. Let's head over to number 2. Just a nice, straightforward, pretty-looking par 3. Just under 150 yards. You got to really think the NLU guys will have an advantage here on the par 3s. They'll get 2 cracks at the tee shot, of course.
Dennis Ben has a 9-iron here. As mentioned, 143 yards. Back into a little bit of a breeze. Oh, that sounded great. Dennis, this is on a fantastic line. Just a little left of the flag. Oh yeah, safely on. They'll have a birdie putt. Good shot there. Back to you.
Nice shot there from Ben, and some really avant-garde visuals there from our eye in the sky. Great work by the crew. Down to Neil now.
Dennis, Neil has a 9-iron. 143 yards. Green light special. That's starting left of the flag and hanging out there.
Go. All right.
Okay.
Good shot.
Nice kick onto the green. That's safely there. That's going to open up his teammate to take dead aim. 9-iron here for Soly. Ugh. That's not good out to the right. Staying out to the right. Let's all try to not remember that what we just saw. Dennis, back to you.
All right, so pretty good shot there by Neil. Kind of a gross, chunky, wipey miss by Soly. The pros will actually be putting first there. Neil hit it inside Ben. That's wild, man.
Dennis, when we talk about which team has the biggest advantage and where, I think Mr. Guthrie on the greens is probably the biggest advantage there is today. If he makes this putt, it could be a long afternoon. He's got about 25, 30 feet. I think this is going to move from his right to his left.
just snapped a little bit more than he was expecting. Good pace though, and that's a comfy 3 for the pros. I'm not sure how much you can see this at home. Soly's got to deal with a little bit of a ridge here. That's going to influence his ball. I think it's going to move it left. Putts away. This is tracking on a really good line, Dennis. Oh, and it slides by.
Pick it up.
Good. Mr. Neal is saying he is confirming it was a pro side miss. I do want to reiterate that to the folks at home. All square through 2. Dennis, back to you.
Thanks, Randy. So all pars to start the day for both teams as we move to what is maybe my favorite hole on the golf course here at the Valley. It's a short par 3. It's the 3rd hole, and actually we're just getting word that it looks like there's going to be some changes in play here, Randy.
Dennis, I want a quick breaking update here. I've been in contact with the rules official, Hitter Blanco. He has moved up the competition this hole only to the white tees. This is going to, make this a short drivable par 4. I think, my opinion only, a great move by the tournament committee. Back to you.
Okay, so that means number 3 will now be playing just about 305 yards. Very reachable for these guys. Let's see if they can get it on there today.
That's starting right and headed right. I think. Gotta get down.
Nah, she's good. She's good.
Okay, that's playable. Not what he wanted, but in play. Back to you.
And that one's going to find the right rough up there by the green. It's going to be a tough second shot for his partner there.
Dennis, this is Neil now with driver. He's looking to make this one sing.
Yeah, Randy, of course, he blew his last tee ball off the planet.
Oh, baby, that's on it. That is blasted. It's leaking just a little right.
Good hop. Yeah, that's good.
Over the bunker. That's going to be somewhere up by the green, Dennis. That's a good ball. Not a breath of air out here right now. Soly should be loosened up. Oh my God, that ball is tattooed. Headed to the left edge of the green. We got to see if it's enough. Yeah, I think that's there. His competitors called out Ted Danson. You know that's good.
All right, a couple of spectacular drives by the NLU boys there. Looks like they're in the driver's seat again here at number 3. Let's see what Ben has to deal with here for his second shot.
Dennis, you can see this is a blind shot for Ben. He's got 54 yards back into the wind. The lie is pretty good. He's going to be looking to throw this one up in the air. Good contact. He's asking for it to sit. I have no idea because I can't see it, so okay, he's found the green. We're getting word. Dennis, let's go have a look. Back to you.
Yeah, not bad there, Randy. A little long, but he really had to get it over that hump. All right, so the pros have a long look at birdie here, the short par 4, but the NLU boys will have an eagle putt here. Let's see if Neil can knock this one to tap-in range.
Long one here, Dennis. This is lag territory. This is all about pace. He's just going to be wanting to cozy something up next to the flag. Putts away. I think that's got to stretch a little bit. Ooh, yeah, that's not very good, Dennis. He's left his partner with a very difficult putt for par. Dennis, here's Luke again. You don't want to give him too many opportunities like this to get hot. I think this putt's gonna move to his left overall. Oh, Dennis, this is track. Oh, it slid right by, but you can just tell.
Listen, that was a really good putt.
I know you guys don't want to give him too many of those looks. That is an excellent putt. Dennis Soly now, about 8 feet to win the hole with a birdie. And he doesn't like it. Just slid by. They tell him that's good. That's a par 4. A couple of pars here, Dennis. These guys are just, they're dancing around the ring. Nobody wants to throw the first punch yet. We are all square heading to the 4th. Back to you.
Well, a couple missed opportunities by the NLU boys early. I'm not sure how many of these chances they're going to get. They're going to need to start taking advantage. But Randy, let's head down to number 4.
Yeah, Dennis, we got a big dog leg left here. I think these guys are going to be looking to chop off a little of that water on the corner. So got to keep the drive tight. I did want my man UVA talk to me about how exciting to win a national championship there a couple years ago.
Oh man, it was awesome. I actually got to go to the game. Me and my buddy Denny McCarthy, who was also at UVA on the golf team. Yeah, we flew up. We bought some tickets after they won that Final Four game and shot up there for the final. And you know, what a great game! It was awesome going into overtime. You know, so it was pretty cool to see.
You ever met Coach Bennett?
I've met him one time. Yeah, he's a great dude. So happy to have him, you know, be coach of the program. He's done an unbelievable job. So yeah, looking, you know, obviously this year, you know, they didn't really have anything. So I guess, you know, we're two-time, you know, defending national champions. So.
Dennis, there's a little bit about this hole and a little bit about the 2018 UVA basketball team. Back to you.
Riveting stuff, Randy. I see why there's such a groundswell of support for these on-course interviews.
It's hammered, Dennis. Oh, yeah, that's right where he likes it. He's picked up the tee early. Great ball. Dennis, the $1 million question is if Neil's going to cut the corner here. I do need to tell the viewers, there was a moment of confidence he did reveal to me. He's fighting some nerves. The kid's nervous today. I think we're all excited to see what line he takes here. That's hit hard, and that's
That for Hannah?
going right side of the fairway. Dennis, I'll say this, that is not going to hurt him one bit. I think that opens up his partner to really be aggressive here, trying to cut the corner. Back to you.
How about that? Neil sharing that he's actually got some nerves going today. A very candid moment there with Randy, but you know, he's played in these Wild World of Golfs before, but he's played with Zach Blair. That was a very comfy pairing. He's a good friend. No pros at the cradle, but you know, if we go back and we look at his first swing here on number 1, yeah, I mean, you can see some stiffness in that swing. I don't know if it's nerves, if there's something else going on, but it's going to be very interesting to see young Neil in the cauldron today. Let's send it back down and see what his partner can do here on number 4.
Dennis, the wind has just freshened. It's a little into and off the right. Soly's ball's starting out right. It's just not coming back. That's going to be in the right rough. I think they're going to be playing Neil's ball, but let's go see what they do officially. Soly, what are you hitting?
Got 7.
He's got a 7 iron, Dennis. 182 yards to the flag. A little down though right now. The ball's just left of the flag. Okay, it's found the green. They'll have a putt. Not gonna hurt him. Dennis, this is a 132-yard 9 iron for Luke here. The wind primarily right to left. I think it's a little bit of help, but he has said otherwise. That's out to the right, and it's gonna hang out to the right. It's certainly not terrible, but it's not great. Scale of 1 to 10, I'd say that's a solid 4.5 there, Dennis. And an opportunity missed to get in tight with the NLU guys looking at a long birdie putt. Back to you.
Jesus, 4.5 out of 10. Randy really tipping his hand there on just how much he expects from his iron shots, apparently. Didn't look so bad to me, but let's go over to Neil's birdie look now.
Dennis, Neil has a good 40 feet here. I think this is going to move a little bit to his right. One thing to watch, he was very short with his long putt on the last hole, and anything long here is going to keep running. If he puts too much juice on this, watch out. Yeah, pretty good pace. That's a little bit more to the right, but excellent pace. Folks, I apologize to Luke. This turned out a little bit better than I thought from the fairway. Ben's gonna have about 20 feet here for birdie. Uphill going to his right. That's a good strike. Just didn't take much of the break. They've conceded. Comfy par. And now Soly's gonna have a little knee knocker, 3.5 feet for their par. Yeah, right in the heart. Confident stroke. Par for the boys. Par, all square. We're going to the next. Back to you, Dennis.
All right, well, all pars in this match so far. No one can seem to be able to get any putts to drop. As we head to the 5th hole, it's kind of the Valley course's answer to the famous 17th on the stadium course. It's a treacherous little par 3. Let's see how these guys handle it today.
129 here, Dennis. Luke has 9 iron. Very fresh wind. If you see the flag up there, it's really moving. Just a slight breath into us. That's hanging out to the right. Will it cover the water, Dennis? Oh yeah. Okay, it's on.
9.
Ooh, that made me a little nervous there, Dennis.
All right, here's Neil now with the pitching wedge.
Of course, his normal miss is long left. We'll have to see if that's in play. Just left of the flag. It's bleeding back to it, though.
You know what? That's not bad.
I'll catch a piece. That's gonna hang up, but not bad. Good opening shot there. Frees up his partner. There's a pitching wedge here for Soly. Ball's away, and that's hanging out a little bit to the right as well. I think it'll cover the water. Yeah, it's safely on. Honestly, from here, I'm not sure which ball's going to be better. Let's head up to the green and take a look. Back to you, Dennis.
Yeah, thanks, Randy. Everybody's dry here at number 5, but because of some of these weird contours in this green, it's left the 2 NLU boys in some weird spots. It's going to be interesting to see which of these shots they're going to want to play and who they're going to want to have take this shot. Randy, what are you seeing down there?
Dennis, one thing we got to keep in mind here, it's not a matter of which ball is better, it's a matter of who they want playing the next shot. So whether it's Soly probably chipping or Neil putting, that really is the key question. A couple bucks out here, a couple of alphas. I don't think either one want to back down.
Convince me. Tell me you feel good. I feel great. Do it.
Neil feels great. All right, here we go. Giddy up.
All right, so they'll be taking Soly's shot, leaving Neil with a pretty tricky putt over this ridge here.
I can't help but wonder. I have a little theory, with Neil's nerves, whether, nobody's expecting him to make this putt. I think he was wanting to hit this shot instead of potentially a 5-6 footer for par. Putts out to the right. Now it's taking a break. Man, it's really snapping. Good pace. I'll leave Soly another tester here. Wow, Dennis, they have conceded the par. That is a par 3.
All right, friendly confines down there as Guthrie concedes that knee knocker to Soly. Now Ben will have about 30 feet for his birdie here at 5. Meanwhile, getting word that Tron may be very close to crashing the drone into some trees down there, something to keep an eye on.
Ben has 30 feet for his birdie. Well struck, tracking to the hole, Dennis. That looks really good. Oh my!
Come on, get it out over the water. God, you're in the trees.
Oh, Dennis.
Whew. I think Hitter Blanco almost crashed the drone right there. Exciting times here at Wild World of Golf.
Well, certainly some very exciting non-golf elements going on down there, and for what it's worth, Ben Kohles did nearly run in that long birdie putt. Let's take another look at that one. I think it got kind of overlooked.
What happened?
Yeah, I was like, what? You almost played that. I feel like, why is nobody reacting to it?
Dennis, wild scenes here.
For a minute, I was like, no, he's good. And I was like, no, he's not. He doesn't have it. Doesn't have an angle.
Oh boy, now if the golf can just get as exciting as the drone work from Hitter Blanco, we'll really be in business. Whew. Back to you, Dennis.
Yeah, all eyes seem to be on the aircraft manned by Hitter Blanco down there in the trees. Randy, if you could get us some more insight on just kind of what was going on down there.
Oh, Hitter, a quick word. Talk to me. Yeah, some really deft piloting there. Was it under control the whole time?
Totally. I don't know what you're talking about. It was total control. I'm a class act. I'm a gentleman. We're on to number 6, I think. 6. 6. Yeah.
Well, certainly a seemingly tense, kind of scary moment down here on the ground, but great to hear that Hitter was in control the whole time. Let's move on to the 6th hole. Probably the toughest on the front 9, I would say. It's actually a hole where Neil has some history, as we found out before the round. Let's send it down to Randy for just a bit more color.
Yeah, Dennis, we got a quick break in the action here. I want to bring in Neil.
Hello, Randy.
Neil, I know this is really your first time playing the course, but you do have a history on the 6th hole. Is that right?
I do. I played Henrik Stenson. Henrik could only play his famed 3-wood, and I got to play my full bag.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's a lateral.
So, and you can keep me honest. I'll try not to take a cavalier drop or anything.
Yeah, keep him honest. Make him take a tour drop.
No funny business. I'll be right here.
Yeah, you'd ride down here.
Maybe you coach me up on that. We both double bogeyed, but it also turns out that I played the wrong ball in the woods, so he won. Listen, I need to sleep at night, so I need to congratulate you on it.
I think we call it a tie anyway. Who cares whose ball it was?
Long story short, it was an honest mistake.
Thank you. Dennis, back to you.
All right, well, lots going on off the golf course. Let's get back to this match, shall we? The 6th hole is very tough. Water all the way up the right, as you can see. Both teams are for sure going to bail out way to the left here. They don't want anything to do with that water. Ben Kohles on the tee first now.
Driver here, Dennis, for Ben. He's going to be looking to start this ball kind of out over the left edge of the bunker. Ball's away, and that is absolutely striped.
Trash. Envy.
That's going to actually get through the fairway. It was hit so well. Dennis, between you and me, we're both thinking water landing, right?
Yeah, Rainey, I mean, the smart money is definitely on a water ball here, but you can see Neil kind of rehearsing that draw.
Oh my gosh, he has drawn that ball. I have never seen this ball flight from Neil. It's through the fairway, but it certainly won't hurt him.
Executed it.
Here's Soly with the disco stick. A similar line to Neil. I think they're going to be pretty close to each other, which will set up an interesting conversation on who they want playing the second shot. All right, I don't really know who the advantage lies with right now, Dennis. Back to you.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to take a look at which of these lies they like better down there.
Dennis, they've decided to go with Soly to hit the shot. There was a very commonplace issue with a sprinkler affecting his lie. He has taken a drop. Hitter will be reviewing the footage off camera after the round to make sure everything's on the up and up. Good contact there from Soly. He's walking after it. I think he likes it.
Hell yeah.
Big hop up onto the green. That just keeps getting better and better there, Dennis. Excellent shot. Boys are going to have a look at eagle.
Check that, Dennis. I'm being told it's a par 4, and that will be a birdie putt.
It's 150 yards, a little help win, and I am being told this is a, quote, jumper. He has pitching wedge here, Dennis. Great contact. Good looking line. This needs a big hop. Actually, they're asking for it to sit. My mistake, Dennis. Good looking shot, though. They'll have a putt for birdie.
Dennis, back to you.
Randy, we're all out here trying to do our best, pal. Don't sweat it. Let's see what Ben's going to have down there for his birdie.
Pros are going to be playing first. Ben's got about, well, let's call it 35 feet. Coming up the hill, into the green. I think it's going to move a little to his left. Gives it a good wrap. Ball's on the way towards the hole, Dennis. Great pace. Oh, leaves it right there. Easy concede. Comfy 4. Now Neil has a putt for birdie. Who can make the first move? This for birdie. I think it's going to move a little to his right. About 20 feet. Putts away. This is on a really good line. Actually, it looked like it went a little left there. Quick concession, another par. We're headed to 7, all square. Dennis, back to you.
All right, well, 6 holes, and that makes 12 pars for these two teams so far in the early going. We're on to the 7th hole. It's another drivable one for these guys. But first, we did want to make sure that drop by Soly that you saw earlier was all above board. Let's go down to Hitter Blanco.
Hitter, if you don't mind, just reviewing a little footage here.
Be my pleasure.
There it is, folks. That's a good drop. That's a clean drop, sanctioned by a hitter. We feel good. Dennis, all square, 3 holes to play. It's the Par Fest Invitational right now. I'm curious to see which team's gonna make the first strike here. Back to you.
I would say I handled that like a perfect gentleman. I was waiting for Mr. Blanco to say that, but
I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. I would say I handled it like a gentleman.
Okay, good to have that behind us. We're on to number 7, and as I mentioned, it's another drivable par 4, right around 300 yards, but you do have to split these 2 trees that are right off the tee box. So I gotta say, Neil's big high cut will absolutely be impeded here at best. It's just a really cool hole. I love watching this one. Let's go down to Luke Guthrie's tee shot now first.
The wind is behind the players. This is fully in the go zone. Ball's leaking a little right, but it's good. It's following the fairway line. Won't hurt him at all here, Dennis. Dennis, I want to draw viewers' attention to this tree, the prominent tree here on the left side. It's got to be in Neil's mind a little bit. I think he's going to try to go back to that draw he found on the last hole. Oh my God, this is off the planet. That's residential. The only question now is, will it hit something hard?
No.
Dennis, I have not heard anything. I confirm I have not heard anything.
Yeah, maybe a bit more nerves there from Neil as that thing got out of the ballpark extremely quickly.
Soly here to pick up his teammate. Oh, Dennis, this is hanging out to the right. Oh, Dennis, that was taking some bounces towards the property boundary. Oh, boy.
Do we both hit provisionals?
Mr. Blanco, we have a rules question for you, sir.
Both hit provisional.
But you heard it, folks. We're both hitting provisionals here.
All right, mine's a red and white one. Previous one was stars and stripes.
There it is.
Yeah, second team All-American, folks. That one's just right of the flag.
On the green.
I don't think we have to worry about identifying
Oh, sleep fast.
the first one.
Can be a comfy fast.
That one's just about dead perfect as well.
Can he hit it any better? I don't think so.
That one had to have come pretty close.
Yeah.
Couple of second team All-Americans here, Dennis. They might.
This is a special moment, I gotta say. Whiffs of the Mega 5 are now in play. Back to you, Dennis.
Well, we saw how freed up those guys were on their provisional balls. Both of those were actually right up there by the green, but we are getting word that it looks like Soly's first ball was in play. That is, of course, his fiance down there manning our second camera, and I would never want to question her integrity or suggest any foul play whatsoever. It's just a good break. It's a good break that his ball stayed up there and just inside the line. Randy, how are we looking down there?
Dennis, huge break here. Soly's first ball is in play by a matter of feet.
Mine was barely out.
Neil, I think we can confirm yours was out of bounds, though.
Yeah, just barely.
Tough shot here. What do I hate to interject myself, but what are you thinking?
Well, I think we got plenty of green to work with. We just gotta play some golf. I think knowing where I can miss is the key here. I'm gonna dialogue with my partner now.
Sure. Carry on.
It doesn't. You're right. It doesn't drop.
Right.
Like it's fine back here.
All right, cool.
And it's gonna run back here, so you don't have to try to get too cute.
Dennis, they're saying long is just fine. It's going to run a little. Not the greatest lie in the world. It does have plenty of green to work with. Good contact, just out right of the flag.
Stop.
Really good.
Really good shot. That'll be about 10 feet for their birdie. Back to you, Dennis.
Well, really nice wedge there by Neil from a pretty dodgy lie right down in that thick Bermuda rough. Over to Ben now. The pros have been knocking on the door the past few holes. They just need to make a birdie here.
Dennis, Ben has 43 yards to the flag. Really good lie. A little bit of pressure now, though. With that good shot from Neil, he's going to need to get this close for Luke. Really good looking shot. It takes one hop. He's asking for it to sit a little bit. Okay, we're gonna have a couple birdie putts here. Dennis, back to you.
Dennis, a little bit of confusion on whose play it is, who's away here. They have called in the rules official, hitter Blanco.
Do you gentlemen need a ruling?
Who's away?
All right, so Soly will be first to putt. Another good look at birdie here for the NLU boys. Someone's going to have to get something to fall here. All right, this putt's on its way, and it just slides by on the low side. That's an opportunity missed for the NLU guys. Now over to Luke Guthrie. We've mentioned it before. He's one of the best putters out here on the Korn Ferry Tour, but worth mentioning that he really hasn't hit a putt since about the third hole. Kind of hard to get in a rhythm in this all-shot format, especially out on the greens. And there you see it again as that one slides by on the low side as well. It's a disappointing miss for the pros, and we're all square headed to the par 5 8th hole. I should say it's a par 5 for the mere mortals that play this course every day, but for tournaments they do play it as a par 4. Of course, par's irrelevant, so who gives a shit? We'll call it a par 5, whatever, doesn't matter. Ben Kohles on the tee now.
That's another laser from Ben. God, that's gorgeous. Right down the middle, Dennis.
Roasted.
Neil's right back in the saddle. Driver, out of bounds right. Folks, I'm excited as you are. Dennis, that is a low screaming pull slice. It hit the tree. I don't know what's over that ridge. Magnificent.
Yeah, just some spectacular camera work by the crew there. Let's take another look at this one just because it's fun. Watch this thing immediately start left. It never gets more than 20 or 30 feet off the ground. I love watching shots like that. That's my favorite thing. Down to Soly now.
Oh, yeah. That's a laser right down the middle. No problem clearing that tree in the middle of the fairway, which, folks, is awesome. More trees in the fairway.
Please be past him. A little off the bottom of the face.
Dennis, great drive there. Back to you.
God, that one was beat on by Soly. You hear Ben down there begging for that one not to get past his ball. But the real concern for Team NOU has been Neil so far. And Randy, it sounds like you've got some more insight into maybe some squirrely shots that we've seen so far.
Dennis, I've talked to some folks who are close to the situation. Apparently, Neil really takes great pride in his body, and what I am hearing today is he is currently in an insanity workout program. In fact, he did one earlier today. Honestly, if you're asking me, I think he's more interested in looking good on the range and hitting bombs than he is on, really building the best golf body and maximizing his game. You can't take the football player out of the guy, but I don't even know what the saying is. Dennis, something to watch out for. Let's go catch up with these guys.
Well, that certainly makes what we've seen today make a lot more sense. And if you're just joining us, according to our big Randy down on the ground, Neil has been taking on the, quote, insanity workout with Shaun T. And it's a program he's been doing the last few days, including today before the match. And you have to wonder if his partner, Chris Solomon, knew about this going in, if he knew kind of what his partner was, what kind of deficit he was facing. And actually, it does sound now like Neil has been made aware of the report and is not happy with Big Randy down there.
There's no story there. Knock it off.
This is
find a new slant.
Completely insane accusations that you're making against me right now. This is insanity.
For once, try to make yourself not the story.
Who'd you hear this from? Shaun T? What is this?
You just want to put yourself in the story, don't you?
Name your sources.
Unbelievable. And don't bring Shaun T into this either. Don't fuck with Shaun T.
I didn't bring Shaun. You brought Shaun T into this. Yeah, your macho workouts earlier today.
Listen, I'm a little tight.
All right, anyways, tense moment. Let's get back to the golf. It looks like Soly actually did squeak that one past Ben, so Luke Guthrie will be hitting first here.
Dennis, this is an 8-iron here for Luke. He's got 171 yards to the flag. A little bit of a help wind here. Total green light special. Really good strike.
155 shot.
God, that's all over the flag, Dennis. Oh boy, what a shot. Dennis, I'm getting a signal now that this is a 9-iron here for Neil. About a 168-yard shot. Help wind. I think this is in his go zone. Pressure's on, he needs something. Oh, this is bleeding back to the flag. Pretty good looking shot here, if the kick's right. Okay, he's on the green. They'll have an eagle putt. We got to go take a look at just how good Luke's was. We got some action here finally, Dennis. Back to you.
Again, a great shot in there by Luke. And one thing I'd love to call attention to, if we could see that shot one more time, is that it does look like he has a brand new glove on for that shot. You got to wonder if maybe the frugal Midwesterner kind of pushed the limits on that old glove a bit too far. Randy, could you get us some more info down there?
What was different here?
I don't know, I just wasn't having the grip.
The one on your right hand was what you were using?
Yeah, this was what I started the first 7 holes with, and After the great suggestion from JJ, he said, "You look like an idiot." It's actually what he said. But I thought maybe I'll have a better grip and just kind of feel the face a little better, and switched and just striped an 8-iron with the new glove first shot. So I think I figured something out today.
Sounds like small business owner trying to cut costs.
Dennis,
New glove. He's trying to conserve. I see what you're doing.
You got to learn where to go with it.
You got efficiencies. I like it.
Exactly.
This is cool. This is cool. Dennis, this is what being on a team's all about. A great pickup from JJ. Well, let's see if it makes a difference here, if they can convert the eagle. Back to you.
Well, I don't know what to say on that one, folks. The pros, they're just like us. And meanwhile, it sounds like our mics did pick up some words from Hitter Blanco down there as well.
Guys, this is your first warning. I'm going to warn you 6 more times before you actually get a penalty stroke, but everybody's playing pretty slow. We need to pick up the pace a little bit. There's a little bit of a backup behind you.
Okay, so you heard there the first of what would be 7 warnings for these players to pick up the pace just a hair, and here we go. Actually, Soly is stepped right in for his eagle putt right away.
Dennis, let's call this about a 25-foot eagle putt. This is going to move to his right. Ball is away. This is on a fantastic line.
Go! Woo! Parks! Let me get that for you.
Let's go.
Hell yes. Huge.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Wow.
God, that was it from a mile out. Oh.
Dennis, that's a Mongolian reversal. Wow. Now all of a sudden this becomes a must-make for Ben.
Oh my goodness. What a turn of events, Dennis. Now Ben has about 20 feet. Must make for the have. This is going to move to his left. Putts away. Oh, he blew it through the break. Wow, the hole goes to the NLU guys. They are 1 up with 1 to play all of a sudden.
Well, what a putt by Soly there. I mean, let's take another look at this thing. This was tracking the entire way. It just grabs that right edge and drops. After nothing but pars from both teams all day, we've got our first real action with an eagle by the NLU boys here at number 8. They are 1 up with 1 to play. And we're headed to the last. It's another one with water all the way up the right side. Plenty of room to bail down that left-hand side. I got to think the pros, though, are going to have to be a little more aggressive off the tee. They're really going to need to make birdie. And a reminder, Luke does have that new glove on, so he may take a more aggressive line. But for the first time all day, the NLU boys have the tee. Randy, let's see what they can do here.
Par 4 finisher, Dennis. Neil's got driver here. I think he's going to be looking to take it right at that center bunker in the distance. That's another
Hitter! Hitter!
Fuck, man.
Oh, I'm sorry for the language. If anything came through there. Important tee shot now for Soly. All of a sudden, he's going to want to find the fairway. That's going left, and that's going to run through the fairway as well, Dennis. 2 in the rough for the NLU guys here at the finisher. The door has been kicked open slightly. Dennis, Luke here with his new glove.
Perfect. Yes, sir. Good ball.
And he loves it. God, what did he go to the new glove? Too late.
2 for 2.
That it might be the question they're asking themselves.
Okay, it's not over yet. The pros are in the garden spot, but the NLU boys are going to have to decide which ball they're going to want to take down there. No offense to Neil, of course, but seems like kind of a no-brainer. They would want Soly hitting this shot into the green.
This lie looks a lot better. Tell me though, 150?
147 for me.
That is sitting really good.
Yeah, let's play that
It's
one.
a little below. Yeah, that's.
As long as the stance doesn't bug you.
Stance doesn't bug me.
Okay.
I think it's gap wedge.
Dennis, that was a horrendous lie there. Dennis, this is 144 yards. It is a good lie. Ball slightly below his feet, though. There is trouble on the right. Gotta think he's looking left of this flag. He's got a gap wedge. That ball jumped out to the right.
Hang on.
Oh, boy.
Hang on. Show ball.
That's good.
Good shot.
Oh, I think that was right where he was looking, Dennis. But that turned out really well. Excellent shot there. 123 yards here, Dennis. He's got a 54-degree wedge. Bit of a help wind. He's looking right at the stick. Now's the time. Good contact. Coming back to the flag. It's got to hop left.
Nice shot.
Okay, he's going to give Luke a putt at it. Here we go. Back to you, Dennis.
God, what a shot by Ben there. Let's take another look at this one. There is nothing but trouble right of this flag, as you can see. But his team needs a birdie here at the last. What a play to give his partner a great look straight up the hill for birdie to try to square this thing up. But first, Neil with a chance to put this away.
Dennis, they've stalked this one pretty good. He's looking out to the left of the hole. This is going to move to his right. This for the win. Okay. Hey, Neil, was that the pro or amateur side?
That was junior golf side.
Oh, okay. This is on the amateur side, Dennis. Back to you. The door is open.
Oh, the chance to close the door there. Pretty pedestrian effort from Neil. Now all eyes turn to Luke Guthrie, who has about 15 feet to send this thing to a playoff.
Dennis, we've heard so much about Luke's putting ability. This is about a right center putt. Make or miss, Dennis. I feel like a make to square the match. Oh my gosh, and it never came back. That hung out there, Dennis. That's a par 4, and now Soly has, let's call it 2 feet for the win. Any other time, Dennis, this would just be a formality. But with the Wild World of Golf competition on the line, you know his heart rate is spiking. All business,
Nice.
right in the center.
Great play. I would hug you. Great play. I would hug you.
Great plan.
Great match,
Enjoyed
guys.
it. Great
Enjoyed
match.
it. Great match. Great match.
stuff.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Good
Prenatal
par.
fiesta is
Really
over.
good pars.
Hey, Randy. It's always great being out here with you, man.
Well, just a day of exceptionally steady golf on both sides, but the NLU boys do come out on top, one up over the touring professionals who just simply, they couldn't make any putts. Let's send it down to Big Randy, he's going to let our champions gloat a little bit.
I think I heard you say it, that any other time that would be a formality, but that putt was feeling some things, a lot of just waiting and thinking about the haters and losers as I made that putt. It drove me, it really did.
What assess your teammate? I know much had been made coming into this about how you guys would get along. How'd you think the team fared, and assess your partner's performance?
Yeah, what Nick Faldo said to Greg Norman on the 18th green at the 96 Masters was, don't let those bastards get you down. He was referring to the media. And to that I would say, we didn't let you guys get us down, try to drive a wedge between us, and we were having none of that. We had great team chemistry the whole time. Guy golfed his ball. He had a couple squirrely ones, but we're gonna do that. We're gonna hit bad shots, we always do. And he hit the big ones when we needed to. That's all I can say about my team.
Congratulations on a hell of a victory. I'm going to pull on your partner. Neil, I mean, what a result. It's got to feel good to be on the winning side, huh?
It does. I mean, it's great playing with a gamer like Soly. I felt a little bit like a young Henry Rowan Gardner. Like seeing all these pros out here coming out to TPC. It's like, oh my God, it's Billy Frick. I don't know. I was a little starstruck. Felt like I got my rhythm in the middle there. You always want to make a few more putts. But I think I contributed, and I got out of my man's way, and we were able to come out with a dub. But hats off to these guys, doing it day in, day out. I think play that match 10 times. I don't know if we have a winning record, so I'm lucky to come out here with a W.
Guys, listen, I know this isn't, it's not what you wanted. Talk to me. How do we regroup? Where do we go from here, Luke?
Yeah, that was I thought we were gonna win today. I think I had the putt right there. I had a straight uphiller. I had a great look on 7. I just didn't get them to go in. It's kind of on me. And I don't know. I guess it's back to the practice tee. I don't know if I'll be leaving tonight.
Ben, I certainly wouldn't want you to throw your teammate under the bus, but we can't help but wonder, talk to me about that glove situation. Had he gone to it earlier, do you think you get a different result today? Assess your partner's performance.
you know, my partner played fine. You know, we had some putts that could have gone in. You know, we just didn't capitalize, but, you know, never throwing a teammate under the bus. You know, we're in this together. So tough scene here to, as y'all like to say, to get an L right now. But you know what? We got a tournament next week that really matters, and you know, we don't really want to peak too early. So, you know, we're on the up and up, and you know, I think we'll be good by next week.
Guys, I know you were talking rematch already. Would you guys be up for a rematch if we could arrange one someday down the road?
Most definitely. I mean, you can't just leave it right here. You got to give us a shot at it again.
Yeah, match number 2. I mean, you've seen Tiger and Phil. I mean, they don't just play one match. I mean, this thing's going to go on and on. So, you know, I think we'll have more of these in the future for sure.
Dennis, there you heard it. Obviously not the result I was expecting. I think America's pretty shook up today. Perhaps there's a rematch down the line, though. I'm going to throw it back up to you. Reporting live from Dyes Valley out here at TPC Sawgrass, I am Big Randy. Back to you, Dennis.
Well, thank you, Randy. A great job by you down there today, as always. A hearty congratulations to our winners, Neil and Soly. And a massive thank you to Luke and Ben and also the Korn Ferry Tour and TPC Sawgrass for helping put this together. What a day here at TPC Sawgrass. For Hitter Blanco and our entire crew here at Wild World of Golf, this is Dennis Pyhowski signing off. Till next time.